I will convince you to exercise. With the power of this video, I am very confident I can convince realistically 40% of you guys to exercise. But before I do that, subscribe to my channel. I upload around 2 to 3 times a week, I think. And if you subscribe, I think I might upload more if that's what you want. Okay, anyways, back to the video. So I've been hearing a lot of people that convince other people to exercise because you gotta keep the engine oiled. After all, you only have one body and it doesn't really get much better. Now all I hear is other people just giving other people crap like, oh, you gotta exercise, it's good for this, it's good for that, right? But then they never really gave a good example or a good reason as to how exercising is good for you. Or more like, I think what they haven't tried is people giving their personal reason, right? Some reason might be too personal, like, oh yes, I've lost 10 pounds of fat and I gained an inch of penis. Yeah, absolutely. I'm making all kinds of gains, and not just, muscular gains, but dick gains as well. But that's not why I work out. I have enough. And I'm pretty sure you guys heard other people like telling you why exercising is good for you. Like, oh, you feel better. You just feel generally overall better. Now, to be honest, besides looking in the mirror and feeling good about myself, energy-wise, I don't feel that much more better. It's kind of the same, but I don't know. I guess exercise works differently for other people. And other people all say, oh yeah, you just learn to get your life better, get yourself pull yourself together a lot more better, and everything just be smoother. I don't know, I don't know, like you fix a lot of your problems just by being fit, which I don't agree. I think you will still have a lot of real life problems even if you're in good shape. I know a lot of people that are in decent shape that are in debt or in some kind of horrific situation, but a lot of people, they like to oversell something to convince someone to do something, and that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to give you a honest, unexaggerated reason as to why you should work out, which I think like people will feel more inclined to believing because they don't feel like I'm a salesman trying to trick a person into doing something that they don't want to do, even though they know it's good for them. So okay. So let me tell you, like, the reason why I start working out is because I sleep better. It helps me sleep better. Just the thing is, a lot of my work involves brain work, and when I was doing a lot of work and I don't exercise, the thing is, I am mentally exhausted. My brain is ready to sleep, but my body is not. My body still needs to move. I have a lot of energy in my body, and bad quality energy, by the way. It's like energy, yes, this thing can still work, but it doesn't want to work that hard kind of energy. And that's the situation I have, is that I just don't want, like, my brain wants to sleep, but my body is constantly moving because it's not exhausted at all. And that's where exercise is good for you. It helps you exhaust your energy throughout the day, and then you can sleep better when it's nighttime because you won't be fidgeting around, you won't be messing around or anything. I have a lot of difficulty going to sleep, even with exercise, don't get me wrong, but because I don't know, I guess I just don't have the genetic for good sleep. I have a whole routine going on. I don't drink water for like 4 hours before bed. I dim my lights 2 hours before. I turn off my electronics an hour before bed. I stretch. The only thing that helps is literally being beyond tired or being sleep deprived. That's the only thing that helps me go to sleep very well. And also stretching. Stretching is good for you, and you don't really stretch normally, but if you exercise, you'll be more inclined to stretch, and it actually helps you relax when you go to sleep, which is why exercise has helped me with that, is to convince me to stretch. And by stretching, I'm more flexible, and I don't know, I just like looking at flexible, like the human anatomy in flexible positions. I just don't know why. I like to see it with other people, and I also like to see myself be in that same state where I am super flexible. Even though I've been stretching for over a year, I still cannot master the split for some reason. I don't know why. But then anyway, stretching is good for sleep, which is why I do it like every day or almost every day. Now, another reason is body pain. It's one of the big reasons why I work out. body pain, and the body pain that I get is due to muscular imbalance. So I had 3 major body pain that happened to me before my exercise regimen. The first one was upper back pain. The issue I had with that is that I just don't have upper back muscle. That was the big problem. Like, if you don't have upper back muscle and you have these 2 appendages sticking out of your shoulder called arms, you're essentially constantly bearing weight on your back. And also your head too. Yeah, that's also weight on your back, upper back. And over time, if you have weak upper back muscle and you have nothing to support it but your skeletal frame and a few bits of ligament, it's gonna cause some pain. You're gonna have tendon pain, ligament pain all over your upper back because it's supporting these 3 things. And there's nothing else to help. All you have is ligaments, like a little bit of collagen to hold it all together to support, like, I don't know, like 30 pounds of stuff. Like, your brain already weighs like 15 pounds, and like how much are your arms and your skull and your eyes, tongue, nose is gonna weigh, right? So by working out my upper back muscle, I no longer have upper back pain because, well, now I have muscle to support all that stuff. And I have another problem, which is lower back and hip pain. This is mostly due to because of my psoas tendon. Psoas tendon is a tendon that is inside your pelvis, like the sort of inside your pelvis. And the problem with that is that it becomes tilted forward, making your butt look bigger, which is a good thing, but you'll have a lower back and hip pain if you let that be for too long. And the only way, which just explains why I have such a huge ass, even though I don't work out. But I don't know. Anyways, so I found out that the only way to pull that tilt backwards, to realign it, is by working out your abs and stretching the glutes. By working out abs, it will pull it back upwards, which will realign the psoas tendon, and it will make your hip stop hurting because, get abs. When I work out, I didn't figure this out until later on into my workout regime because I didn't need to work out my abs. I just don't feel like it's necessary, even though it is pretty important for athletics. I just have I just got the lucky build for it where I don't need to use my core that well for athletic stuff like baseball. But I guess like now that I'm experiencing pain, I found out it was because I don't have enough abs. I have a lot of glute and back muscle, which caused my hip pain. And by working out my abs, I don't have my hip pain anymore. Simple as that. I don't need to go on ibuprofen or anything. And the third serious pain I had was knee pain. I had a syndrome called the patellofemoral syndrome, which is a misalignment of the knee. And the only way to correct that is to strengthen your glutes. And it will, instead of having your femur being pulled inwards, it will pull my femur more outside of my body, which will align my knee, align my femur to my tibialis, which will take out the knee pain. And the only way to do that is to do squats, just squats, like wide squats. And ever since like my knee pain was gone, my knee pain was pretty bad. It just keeps coming and going. It's persistent when it's present, and I had to wear knee braces on both my knees, and it just sucks being very young and wearing knee braces. It's embarrassing. It just makes you look old and pathetic. So after I found out that I can fix this with proper knee workouts and glute workouts, no more knee pain. My knees are better than it was like 10 years ago. And also, one of the major reasons why I lift is because of aesthetics. Yes, I lift for aesthetics, kind of like the God of War. And it just feels good to wake up in the morning and look at the mirror, and you look at these juicy, chungly legs, and then I got these big ass anime shoulders on my sides that I could just chill with. It's just, I don't know, it's a good sensation to have, knowing that you look how you want to look like. Of course, some people take it to the extreme and they inject their bicep with synthol, and yeah, that's kind of hard to watch. But luckily, I'm not an extremist like that. But overall, you just feel better looking at something you want to look at every morning. That's why I like to work out. It's because I just want to look better too. Like, well, that's one of the 3 reasons. And I think it's pretty hard to tell people that, oh yeah, you will look better if you work out. Like, no shit, of course, but how long do you have to work out? Well, I guess the best way to do this, even if you're a good example of good looks, people still won't be convinced to do it. I think it's just best to tell them your very personal reason. I have other personal reasons as to why I work out, but then I guess I'm not going to share it on the internet. It's kind of personal. But overall, like, just being the most athletic in my family just feels good because I get to stand on top of the food chain because I work out. And yeah, well, even if I don't work out, I'll still be on top of the food chain. Anyways, overall, like, if you want to work out or not, that's really up to you. Like, you could be out of shape and you could be like Jabba the Hutt if that makes you happy, but overall, I don't think I got much to say. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. See ya.